Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. I'm not really going to do an introduction today since I'm the one speaking today. This is Wednesday, so it's correlating with our third week of camp that we ever had. The theme that year was "Oh, the Places You'll Go," based off of the Dr. Seuss book. Everybody has at least seen the cover of it. The theme verse for that year was Psalm 37:5, and it says, "Commit your way to the Lord, trust in Him, and He will act." I'm not gonna lie. Whenever Jeremy and Scott told me that the theme was "Oh, the Places You'll Go," I knew that it was a Dr. Seuss book, and I was a little skeptical about how this theme would turn out. I've gone to a lot of church campuses. I was like, I don't know how well a Dr. Seuss theme is gonna turn out. But of course, in the minds of the creators, they had some really cool ideas. It wasn't just "Oh, the Places You'll Go" based off of the Dr. Seuss book. We went to Egypt and Japan and Scotland and Rome. And it was so much fun. This year, whenever we did it, 3 years ago now, they allowed me to have a whole day of games that I created and put together. And I'm pretty sure by the end of the day, everybody hated me because in the morning we started off in the blazing sun in the sand digging up stuff because we were archaeologists in Egypt. And then that day before lunch, I think, we had a scavenger hunt that lasted forever, and it was the hottest part of the day, and kids were, sweating and getting dehydrated, and some of the things we were using started breaking, and it just was crazy. And then after everything, after the sermon that night, we had another game, and it didn't go nearly as smoothly as I thought it would. But I'll never forget, like, that was the first time that I was given that much responsibility, and I think I did okay with it. But anyways, when I think of "Oh, the Places You'll Go," I can't help but think of the places of where I've been. Um, I have traveled from North Carolina all the way to California, separate trips, but I've gone coast to coast. I've never flown. So that just tells you I have driven or ridden or done some sort of travel in a car all the way across the country. And that's a lot of traveling in a car with just my mom, my dad, and my sisters. We wanted to strangle each other a couple times, but it was okay. The worst place to travel, the absolute worst place to travel, in my opinion, is Nebraska. It's like Kansas. It's flat. The roads are straight. There's no scenery, except Nebraska's roads are like, there's a pothole every 2 seconds, and it's not just a little pothole, it's a big pothole. So driving through Nebraska is rough. I can remember the last time we were driving through Nebraska. We were on our way to Colorado. Our goal was to get to Colorado and see the Rocky Mountains. I can remember we've got to get out of Nebraska. And as soon as we got out of Nebraska, the road smoothed out. It was so much better. That was our goal. We trusted the GPS, and we got to the Rocky Mountains. And then after the Rocky Mountains, we're like, you know what? We're going to keep traveling a little north. We're going to go to Wyoming. We're going to see the Grand Tetons. We trusted the GPS, and we got there, and I got to see some of the clearest water I have ever seen. And, we said, we're going to keep going. We're going to go to Yellowstone. So we trusted the GPS. We committed to making that travel. We got to Yellowstone, and I got to see some of the most beautiful scenery in America. And then we committed to going through Idaho and northern Oregon or southern Oregon and into the northern tip of California to see the redwoods. We committed to that portion of the trip. We trusted the GPS, and we got there. And it was, again, I absolutely love trees. It started when I was young. I used to climb trees at my grandparents' house. But the redwoods are just massive, and to just see how beautiful they were was amazing. We traveled a lot. We had to commit a lot, and we had to trust our GPS a lot. Let me remind you of the theme verse again, Psalm 37:5. Commit your way to the Lord, trust in Him, and He will act. One of the things I love about camp is that while you're there, you are surrounded by people who have that mindset, that are committed to the Lord, and they're going to trust Him, and they're going to be able to see his action in their lives. Camp is a unique place because nobody's judging you, and you're able to do that with all of your heart, with no reservations. That's what I absolutely love about camp. Another thing I love about camp is that people come. It doesn't matter if they've gone to church or not. A friend invites them and they say, camp is awesome, you've got to come, even if it's just for the games. They come and they get to see us, they get to see people who love God and are committed to God and are allowing God to work in their lives. We're in a safe place, and so we're able to put our trust in God, and those people who might be skeptical are able to put their trust in God as well. That's what makes it so beautiful. We do this traveling, we do this committing. We have to trust in the GPS, which is most of the time in our lives as people who are Christians and we struggle and we fail and we make mistakes. It's nice to have a GPS like God, and knowing that no matter if we take a wrong turn or we should have kept going straight, we can get back on the right path. When you commit your way to the Lord, your destination your journey to your destination is going to be filled with so much. It's going to be filled with the fruits of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. It's going to be filled with people who are like-minded, and they're going to encourage you. It's also going to be filled with a lot of struggle. And again, that is okay, because your guidance, your GPS is God. I just went to Ohio last weekend, and we were literally leaving. I typed in Russellville, Kentucky, because that's where we were heading back to. And as soon as I hit go, it thought I was on some other road, and I'm like freaking out because I knew we were about to have to take a turn. And I've got to close the app, and I had to go to a different app, and it freaked me out a little bit. With God, that doesn't happen. You may not know where he's taking you, but I guarantee you, he's taking you to the right place. If you trust in him, man, the places you'll go.